Have you ever felt like there is an invisible force pulling you backward every time you try to change your life? That voice that appears in your quietest moments and whispers, "What if you fail? What if you lose everything? You are not good enough. This is not the right time." At first, you think it is just normal fear, maybe even the voice of logic or caution. But over time, you realize something terrifying. That voice is not trying to protect you. It is trying to keep you exactly where you are. Weak, hesitant, afraid to take any real step toward change. The most dangerous prison in the world has no walls, no guards, no iron bars. It is the prison silently built inside the human mind. Most people live inside this prison their entire lives without even realizing it. They wake up every morning with the same routine, the same habits, the same excuses. And years later, they ask themselves, "Why has my life never changed?" The painful truth is that people are not destroyed all at once. They are destroyed little by little. Every time they ignore their dreams, every time they fear the opinions of others, every time they delay an important decision, every time they choose comfort instead of growth. And slowly, fear stops being just an emotion. It becomes a lifestyle. Most people live in a state of drift. They follow what everyone else is doing without thinking for themselves. They study because others study. They work jobs they hate because society told them it was safe. They hide their real personalities because they fear criticism. And they kill their own dreams just to fit in with the crowd. A drifting person does not control their life. Their life is controlled for them. And the worst part is, they believe they are free. Fear of poverty keeps people trapped in lives they do not love. Fear of criticism keeps them silent. Fear of failure stops them from even trying. Fear of rejection forces them to wear fake masks. And fear of the future keeps them anxious all the time, even during moments when they should be happy. These fears do not always look obvious. Sometimes they disguise themselves as logic. Sometimes they arrive as advice from other people. And sometimes they appear as a quiet voice inside your head saying, "Stay where you are. Do not take the risk." But the truth is this: a life built on fear will never become the life you truly want. Every time you postpone an important decision, you are training your mind to escape. Every time you say, "I will start tomorrow," "I will change later," "I still have time," you are not just delaying action. You are strengthening the habit of hesitation inside yourself. And with repetition, hesitation becomes mental programming. Then it becomes part of your identity. Until one day, you become afraid of any kind of change, even when you are suffering. And that is the real tragedy. Some people become so used to pain that they become afraid of freedom itself. But there comes a moment in every person's life, a moment when they realize that years of fear never protected them. It only stole their time. And in that moment, everything begins to change. The most powerful weapon a person can possess is clarity of purpose. When you know exactly what you want, your mind becomes sharper and stronger. You stop chasing everything, and you begin directing your energy toward something meaningful. Strong people are not always the smartest or the most talented, but they usually know where they are going. That is why fear cannot easily control them. A person without purpose becomes distracted by everything. They are influenced by every opinion. They become lost in comparison, anxiety, and doubt. But a person with a clear vision, even pain becomes part of the journey. Failure is not the end like most people believe. In many cases, failure is the very thing that wakes a person up. Some lessons cannot be taught by success. Pain teaches them. Loss teaches them. Falling teaches them. Defeat is not always your enemy. Sometimes it is a brutal message saying, "Wake up. You cannot continue living this way." Every successful person has experienced fear, doubt, and moments of collapse. But the real difference is this: they refuse to let fear become the ruler of their lives. Life will not wait until you feel completely ready. There will never be a day when all fear suddenly disappears. And you will never feel fully confident before you begin. That is why true courage is not the absence of fear. True courage is moving forward despite it. Start even if you feel confused. Start even if you are afraid. Start even if nobody believes in you. Because every day you postpone your life is a day you will never get back. And in the end, you will realize that the real prison was never your circumstances, never the people around you, never your past. It was the thoughts you allowed to live inside your mind for years. And today, you have a choice. You can continue living inside the same cycle, with the same